Okay, today I'm going to introduce him to me being up here on the fence. Now this can be a scary thing to a horse if he's never seen this before, because you're way higher than his head. And horses are not real comfortable with that a lot of times. So I didn't ask him to come up to the fence yet. I want him to just sit there and be comfortable and size it up. Now, I'm not worried about placing his feet yet. I just want to get him used to me seeing me here. Now, I'm going to ask for him to move his foot and see if he can make it. There's the release. Now I'll let him sit there for a second. Now the next time I ask, I'm going to use my left hand. I'm going to go out to the left here a little bit. See, now he backed up, but then he felt the end of it and then he came back off of it. So I'm going to ask for the foot to step over there. That's the same thing I was just doing on the ground over there, where I asked for that right foot to step over. Let's see if we can get his left front foot. There. There's the release. See, if we give that release, then that's very encouraging to the horse. There. So I've already proven in less than 2 minutes that I can at least move those front feet some. Okay. Now I'm going to ask him to come a little closer. I'm going to let him know. See how he reaches for my hand now? That's a big deal. See, up until just right there, one of the first time he actually reached for my hand. That's a big change. People miss that a lot. There's the release. And this is a horse, if he got scared, he could blow out of here, and this rope's not long enough to hold on to him. So I'm going to let his horsenality kind of check me out up here. And see, and he see that if you really play with a horse's curiosity, you can get a lot done. He said, now that's weird. I've never seen anybody sitting on a freaking fence like that. He's not sure what he's supposed to do there. That's okay. I'm not even going to direct his feet right now. He's unsure with it. There was a little unsureness that came into him right there. He thought, maybe I ought to back up a step. So when you see your horse getting a little unsure, don't fight it. Just start over. You'll be all right. But if you see unsureness and you decide to fight it, then all you do is make the unsureness even worse. And that's what happens when they blow away from you later. So it's all about building confidence in him, in his mind. We'll have him, it won't be too long when I can bring him alongside this fence, and I'll put a leg over his back and I'll swing the rope up from off here, and maybe the flag later. We'll get to maybe throw a gunny sack over on the ground, over the fence here. But we're not going to overexpose him too fast. That could undo everything we've been building. So if he can, right now, I just want him to know, as long as he's in here, anywhere in here, he's going to be comfortable. It's a comfortable place. If you really think about it, horses don't go out in the pasture or on their own. They don't go seek trouble. They go seek places of comfort and security. They're not going out and say, well, how much trouble can I go get in? They don't want trouble any more than I do. But sometimes we are humans, we approach it like that's what they're doing to us. Now, I mentioned yesterday, when we were all younger, when Tom was younger, Ray was younger, Buck was a kid, if we spent over 45 minutes and a horse has never been touched, getting the saddle and guilt for the first ride, we were taking too long. We acted like the sheriff was after us all the time. See, but then we were all younger. But we had a lot of horses, a lot of cattle to work. Time was precious. But now that I'm older, and especially working with people, older people and real young people, to me it's real important that they learn what the basics of this horsemanship are. It doesn't make any difference if you get it 1 day, 5 days, 10 days, or 10 weeks. I don't care. But as long as each step was good and it was solid, go at your own pace. Now we'll see if he can kind of come up here and really get comfortable with me. Now, I mentioned too, we're going to want to put a snoutable bit in his mouth here one of these days. It'd be nice if he was real good about my hands around his mouth. Now Dale and Pat have been doing quite a bit of this with him, and that's really good stuff. You know, slip this rope in his mouth and use it like a snoutable bit in a little while. Even teach him to back up a step or two with it. So when the bit comes in later, yeah, that won't be nothing. He might want to play with it, and that's about it. Now I could do a lot of bumping here and get his butt over here to the fence. But today I really don't want that. I just want him to be able to hang out. Now what I'm going to do, which I normally would not do on one that's further along, is just kind of slide down this fence a little bit. Now he got unsure.